Hi, my name is Amy Noel. I have a YouTube channel on dyslexia, and I want to talk to you today about Senate Bill 237. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the bill, how you can help, some arguments against the bill, and some arguments for the bill. You can read the full text to the bill in the link below in the description. It's very short. Basically, it says that all kindergarten to second grade students will receive a screening annually within the first 90 days of the school year. Parents can decline to have their child screened, and results of the screening would need to be given to the parent within 45 days after the screening. If the bill passes, the State Education Committee will select a number of screens that will be approved for schools to use. The Senate Education Committee voted yes for the bill on March 10th of 2021, and now it needs to go to the Appropriations hearing where they determine how much money this bill will cost. It shouldn't be very much. The Appropriations Committee has another meeting to vote on it, and then finally there's a Senate floor vote in regard to this bill. Not knowing how soon those meetings will happen, it's important that you take a second to go ahead and sign the petition today. This will show our state senators how important it is that this bill be passed. Also, please share this video, share the petition with as many people as you can. You can also sign up for Decoding Dyslexia California's email. When you're on their email list, you'll get emails whenever there's a petition that needs to be signed. One argument against this bill might be, why are we screening for dyslexia and not autism or ADHD? Research is very prevalent about screening for dyslexia. We know that it's reliable and that it's easy and quick to do. It's also very cheap. I like to think of it as screening women who are pregnant for gestational diabetes. Why do we offer every pregnant woman a gestational diabetes test? Because it's so prevalent and it's so easy to treat. And because the consequences of not doing so are extremely detrimental. According to the International Dyslexia Association, research has shown it takes 4 times longer to intervene in 4th grade as it does in late kindergarten because of brain development and because of the increase in content for students to learn as they grow older. Early intervention can keep these children out of special education, thereby saving millions of dollars to taxpayers. According to the 2015 Nations Report Card, 72% of 4th graders are not reading at grade level, and it's the same for 8th graders. California has some of the lowest reading scores in the nation. It would be so beneficial for teachers to know if their students have dyslexia. This bill would also raise awareness of how teachers can help those students because it refers parents and educators to the California Dyslexia Guidelines. Kareem Weaver of the NAACP spoke at the Senate Education Committee meeting about this bill.
Hi, my name is Kareem Weaver, co-founder of Fulcrum, member of the Oakland NAACP's Education Committee, former ED of New Leaders, and school-based educator for 20 years. While I'm connected to organizations advocating the quality of education for every child as a civil right, I have a personal story about the importance of SB 237. When my nephew Elijah struggled in school, his challenges were attributed to a lack of motivation and effort. It wasn't until he went to jail that he was screened for dyslexia. Later, in my role as ED of New Leaders, I trained Elijah's former 1st grade teacher. We recently discussed how 17 years earlier, the child in her class was dyslexic. Behind tears, the teacher stated, "I had no idea." And that's the point. Schools are being asked to provide a free and appropriate public education, but don't have the key information to know what might be appropriate. And the uninformed school experience is often withering for students. The UCSF Dyslexia Center says that by 3rd grade, dyslexic students often suffer from PTSD. My nephew's message to lawmakers is, Uncle, tell them it's really important. Screening would have helped the school and my dad figure out what to do, but would have really helped me because I didn't know what was going on until I went to jail. It was a huge weight off my shoulders. I thought I was just slow. Give the lawmakers my number and tell them to call me if they want to talk. His number is 510-829-3693. Despite the California Department of Ed's dyslexia guidelines or resolutions from civil rights organizations calling for screening, most students remain on their own. Families with resources might get private screening, but most students are shut out and vulnerable to the soft bigotry of low expectations where challenges are seen as motivational issues or commensurate with their intelligence. I had no idea cannot be the stance in our schools while deferring to the Federal Bureau of Prisons or California Department of Corrections to provide screening and pick up the pieces of shattered lives. My support for this bill is somber, but when you know better, you do better. Please vote yes on 237.
Please share this video with as many teachers and educators as you can.